Hi all, my name is Eliyas Jeffay and I'm going to be talking about a very long title, investigating the ecological validity of the behavioral assessment of dysexecutive syndrome in post-acute phase of mild traumatic brain injury. It took about 10 seconds to say that. So after a mild traumatic brain injury, a small percentage, but significant percentage of those individuals continue to have persistent symptoms. Now, if it precludes them from returning to work, they may see a number of different clinicians, especially if they have some sort of insurance or medical legal sort of case going on right now with them. So they may see a neuropsychologist, and the neuropsychologist is asked, how does their cognitive symptoms that they're reporting may actually limit them from returning to work, school, play, whatever it may be in this case. So in a neuropsychological battery, those tests aren't necessarily developed to be able to talk about that, if someone can return to work or not. It's more about strengths and weaknesses within cognitive domains. However, we are asked that question. So there are some newer neurocognitive tests that have been developed. One is called the BADS, or the Behavioral Assessment of Dysexecutive Syndrome. Some of those tests are representative of the tasks that we do in regular life, like planning for events or searching for things in real life. There's a lot of evidence for its utility with return to work in moderate to severe TBI, but very limited in mild TBI. So accordingly, we did a study to be able to investigate this in the post-acute phase, so 90 days post-injury, after a mild traumatic brain injury. Based on the evidence that we found from moderate to severe, we hypothesized that it would actually be helpful too in mild. So we performed a secondary analysis, and since the data was non-parametric, we performed Mann-Whitney comparisons. And in our sample of 102 individuals, we found that 30 had been employed and 72 were not employed. There were no differences between the groups across all the different demographic variables. And our key inclusion criteria here were that they have met the mild traumatic brain injury definition from ACRM, along with passing all symptom validity and performance validity tests, in addition to being employed before the injury. We found that there were no differences between the groups across any of the measures. However, we found that there were slight trends towards the BAD subtests having higher effect sizes than the traditional tests. This gave limited sensitivity to the BADs towards return to work in post-acute period after a mild traumatic brain injury. And, I don't know what's going on there, and as Dr. Green alluded to earlier, my research didn't stop here. I actually went further along the ecological spectrum to determine whether or not, if we can go further and determine whether or not virtual reality testing may be able to better predict functioning after a mild traumatic brain injury. Thank you.